SynthFest 2025. I'm here on the booth of Haken Audio with Christophe.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Fine.
Happy to have you here.
You have some news from Haken Audio?
Yeah, we have some new things. We have a new device, which is a small micro here, and it has also a new firmware which is available for all the EaganMatrix.
And the micro is basically the engine of the Osmose and of the Haken, the fingerboard, everything in the little box.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, if you look how it looks like, it's very similar to the Mini, but look, it's the Mini with where you cut the sensors. So that's just the head of the Mini.
Okay.
And everything. So you have the full EaganMatrix with the DSP and everything, and simple connectivity. So you have the USB for data and power. So it's a mini on the USB. And the audio out, possibly on pedals, and just buttons for selecting presets, and also to select the octave you're playing. So in this configuration, it's hooked to that warble. So that's not from Haken Audio, but that's a very nice wind controller, which has winds blowing sensor, but accelerometer and so on. So the really great thing is that every hole here, it's not a simple trigger. It has a distance sensor, and so you can have half holes and continuous track.
And the micro has the same synthesis capabilities as the big one, so it's identical.
Exactly. So anything you do, if you want to use Loris, the Loris synthesis,
and also polyphony. The polyphony is the same. Everything is the same.
The polyphony is 8 here. So if you play it with a warble, that's more than enough, of course. But yes, it's exactly the same engine, the same firmware. There is no single difference.
And you have now connected this flute.
Yeah.
Or
So the flute
with the WIDI.
Yeah, the flute is Bluetooth, and so it's connected to that small WIDI box, which is connected to the micro.
And the latency is
it's really good. Surprisingly, we often had in the past issues with Bluetooth, but here it's really great.
Okay, so this is the engine of the
So this is the engine of the EaganMatrix with all the features.
It sounds almost it's coming out of this.
So you see, and that's when we were talking about the latency. It's really good. There's no thing you are really feeling it. It's you feel it as an instant. So
So they are a perfect match, both.
Yeah. So initially we really built that for the micro. So the micro was really built for the warble because we were in love with that small controller. And it happened to be also usable for a lot of other purposes. People are using it in different contexts. But,
there's not only the micro, the new one now, but you have also created with your own company or a new software that will come soon to the Osmose, but it's also already at the fingerboard or at the Continuum.
So that's available for every single EaganMatrix with the latest firmware version.
For EaganMatrix.
So the name of the software is Loris. It's an analysis and resynthesis tool. So the principle is it's really analysis. It looks a little bit like sample, but that's really not sample. You take a sample as input, and then you analyze that sample and recreate a sound which is built of oscillators, which is doing something which is similar to your audio input. So basically, if you take, for example,
it's basically it transforms the sample into additive synthesis.
Exactly.
In particles.
So, and so if you take a sample, the sample is going to be cut in 512 slices, and for each slices we will drive 64 oscillators, recreating the sound of that slices, and then you can move from slices to the other.
Okay.
So that's recreate something which is quite close to the original sound you have. But then you also have the full control on all the oscillators, so you can use that sound matter and manipulate it and do.
And how tweakable is this for the for the user? Will be there will be in the EaganMatrix editor will be a way to tweak this, or is it?
So you can tweak it in the EaganMatrix editor, but we have also designed overlays. So here you see there is no EaganMatrix editor, and I can connect to any of. So here I'm connected to that. Continue, and if I click here. I have an interface which is much simpler than the matrix with some, so you see filters, resonance, filter attack. These are the parameters here, the speed to use to go through the analysis and so on, the formant. So these are more traditional parameters than what you have in the matrix, but this is directly controlling your EaganMatrix. So that's also something which is new in the new firmware of the EaganMatrix. That's what we call overlay. So we have defined a protocol that anybody can use to recreate a simple interface on the
so the editor will become easier.
Yeah. So this is typically one of the overlays, but people are building other overlays dedicated to drum sounds, dedicated to analog sounds, dedicated to. So again, also we have one for FM sound. So it's a set of much simpler synthesizer program, so where you can really create your own sound, but without the use of the full EaganMatrix.
And how how does it look like? Users of the Osmose and of the finger of Continuum, how does ship this Loris Synth? So there's a new tab in the editor. Is it some presets or?
So the Loris Synth is totally independent. So you can purchase it from the Apple Store or the Windows Store.
Okay.
And you obviously need an EaganMatrix somewhere, but then.
But the new firmware they shipped with presets made with the Loris Synth, to showcase what's possible.
A few of them, and there's also a free version which is named Loris Synth Lite, which is also available from the website from Haken Audio, where you have a set of example analysis and example preset, and where you can manipulate the analysis and just get an idea.
But if you want to go deep, you need the Loris Synth from the app.
If you really want to create your own analysis from your own sample, you need the Loris Synth.
So basically, it expands now the EaganMatrix with additive. Even more.
Yeah, exactly. So with additive and also the ability to
or is it more spectral now?
That's and the ability to analyze a sample to get in the sample.
And how does it sound? Is it more
it can be quite close to. Here it's a voice, but you see I can really control the pitch, the speed of the vocal, and I have all that continuity. I have controlled the formant. If you take a sample, usually you will have what we call the chipmunk effect, or when you transpose it. Same analysis, you have a wide range of expression and of good quality sound because you can really manipulate everything.
So this entire process is MPE, and you can transform all the sounds with the MPE, with the leveler.
Yeah. So with any, I can have the same sound and here control it with a warble because it's MPE. So and if you have any other MPE controller, you can control the EaganMatrix and manipulate.
Can we get maybe a different sound from the engine?
Yeah, sure. I can also show you quickly how it looks like here. So here, this is the interface. So typically, I have my sample, so I can normalize it and I can play. This is my original sample, and when I can do the analysis here so I have some predefined preset for different kind of analysis. And you see when you do an analysis, you have here 9,600 partials. So that's a lot, and I need to go down to 64 for this. I have here a set of tools. I'm not going to go into detail, but just basically one named Chainlize, which is going to take every partial, and when there's one which is very close to it, it will merge the two partial and add what we call a noise bandwidth, so a small bandwidth of noise on it, and your here will not go. Here this is a difference. And you see, I did Chainlize here, and I have 64. And I'm now ready to export them to the EaganMatrix. So I have a small visualization here. So and every line is one partial, and the partial when it's pure it's green, but when there is noise in it, it's red, and that's why you see that a lot of red on the higher partial. And that partial you can really you can stop at any point here at the beginning of the blowing phase. So we now have these 512 slices that I can send to the matrix and play the way I want.
Okay.
And so I can now edit them directly from here, for example. So I have one other voice here, so you can see some analysis I have already loaded. If I take the first one, for example. So that's another one from we were talking about the chipmunk effect. So here there is no chipmunk effect because there is a form and correction. Now I can remove that form and correction. So you see that this is the traditional chipmunk effect. So we have a form and correction that allows to correct this. And you can decide, so you walk through these 512 slices of the analysis, and here you can decide from where to where, so you can use just a small part of the analysis. You see, just the beginning. And you can manipulate all this. One way, you can go in multiple ways, or up and out, for example. So let's say. So you see, we started from a full voice speaking, and I've just extracted a ha and created quite quickly a sound with it.
That brings a completely new sound level to the Eagan.
Exactly. That's really something completely new. And then this, so you see, you can save it in the continuum or in whatever in the Osmose in the short future.
is already available on the App Store.
Yeah, Loris is already available on Windows, on the Windows Store, and on Mac on the Apple Store.
And you can already use it on the Continuum.
And you can already use it on
the Micro,
Micro, the Continuum Mini, the EaganMatrix module. So
and the Osmose is coming then soon.
So I think there was a video this morning about the incoming upgrade of the Osmose. So that's in the coming months it will be available. So then you will be able to connect.
We have here the man from Osmose. Hi. Hi. So the update is coming to Osmose.
Yeah, I think it will be within a month.
In a month, okay.
Yeah. So,
and it will be a free update for users.
Oh, yes, a free update for users. So it will bring the new. The press Christophe already explained, but all the new. There is an update on the reverb. There is a new 10H drive circuit on the output that you can select, and a new algorithm also if you make some preset, and also an update on the library with more than 50 presets.
Okay, and the Loris support.
And Loris will be support for Loris too.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and how much is Loris if you want to purchase it?
99, depending on the country due to the policy, but basically it's 99 euro.
99 euro. Okay. And there will be a light version as well here.
So there is already a light version. So the light version is not on the apps, on the stores. It's on. You can download it from the Haken Audio website.
Okay.
So yeah, feel free to download it and experiment with provided analysis and provided presets, and create your own sounds. And that's really one key point you were mentioning. It's really another way to manage to do synthesis, and there's tons of new experiment to do. Here we did only voices, but you can do drums or any kind of instrument, and try experiment. That's a new field of experimentation.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome,
Christophe.
It was very nice to talk.
And thank you, and good luck with the new Loris Synth.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, and hope to see you again very soon. Bye.
Hi.